Hi everyone, I'm Toks the Caltrans director. As we enter a new year full of goals, challenges, and of course opportunities, it's important to revisit and celebrate all Caltrans has already accomplished. So Team Caltrans has challenged me to see if I can list our achievements since becoming Caltrans director less than 3 years ago under Governor Newsom's administration, and do so in less than 3 minutes. So here we go. Start the clock. We established Caltrans' 3 foundational principles of safety, equity, and climate action, and our 5 priorities of safety, modality, innovation, efficiency, and partnerships. We kept the state's roads safe as we battled historic snow, rain, landslides, wildfires, and earthquakes. We marked the 4-year anniversary of SB1, a landmark investment to fix the state's aging infrastructure. Since that bill passed, Caltrans has, believe it or not, paved 2,100 lane miles, fixed 211 bridges, and repaired 180,000 feet of culverts on average each year, updated or added more than 3,000 traffic management technologies, and exceeded efficiency goals every year, implemented a new complete streets policy requiring all transportation projects to incorporate safe and accessible options for people who walk, bike, or take transit. Worked with the CTC to reserve $100 million for more equitable, active transportation projects across the state. We heightened safety as a priority and have gone 3 years without losing a Caltrans employee on the job, our longest stretch in more than a century. We hired our first ever chief safety officer and adopted a new safe systems approach policy. We restored the iconic Highway 1 just 88 days after a 150-foot section fell into the Pacific Ocean. Created and implemented Governor Newsom's $1.1 billion Clean California program. In just 6 months, we've aggressively hit the ground running by, guess what, hiring more than 450 people, collected enough trash to fill 85 Olympic-sized swimming pools, held 26 free dump day events where we collected 2,600 tires and 860 mattresses, issued a $300 million local grants call for projects program, starting the 127 state beautification and safety project proposals. And we are preparing to launch the largest environmental public education campaign in Caltrans' history. We received a national award for our strategic highway safety plan, an effort led by CalSTA, our partner agencies, and other stakeholders throughout California that aims to make zero deaths and serious injuries on the state highway system a reality. We established the first Caltrans equity statement to acknowledge the negative impacts the transportation system has had on underserved communities and to make a commitment to eliminate barriers and advance equity. Launched a new implicit bias training program, increased our DBE goal from 17.6% to 22.2%, and held the first ever SBE and DBE statewide summit, and created a new office called CORE that provides leadership and guidance to Caltrans divisions, districts, and programs on our equity efforts. We joined the governor's office in a critical statewide effort to prevent and end homelessness across the state, partnered with multiple state agencies, including CalPIA, to increase job opportunities for people re-entering society after incarceration. Under the governor's leadership, in response to COVID-19, we use innovation and partnerships to tackle the very challenging circumstances of the pandemic by transitioning more than 10,000 employees to a teleworking format in a matter of weeks. Worked with CalSTA and the governor's office to authorize overweight trucks to transport emergency supplies and allow food trucks to operate at roadside rest stops. Adapted our park and ride facilities into COVID testing sites, issued permits for restaurants to expand outdoor seating, and installed hands-free pedestrian buttons at crosswalks. We took action with CalSTA and the governor's office to alleviate supply chain disruption at California's ports by allowing more goods to be carried by each truck. Amplified our concentration on climate action and created innovative tools to help address climate change impacts on the transportation network and let people drive less. Use drones and other technologies to assess our response to wildfire damage to the state highway system. Created an ambitious book of projects for the next decade that will leave the state highway system in better shape for all Californians. We successfully piloted new safety countermeasures to stop wrong-way drivers on major highways. We expanded pilot programs for road charge as a gas tax alternative. We launched a new anti-litter stormwater public education campaign called Let's Change This to That, urging Californians to do the right thing to keep our highways and our waterways clean. For the first time ever, we partnered with 2 other state agencies, the Office of Traffic Safety and the California Highway Patrol, to undertake a public education campaign urging Californians to go safely by not driving while impaired by drugs or alcohol. Work with the Department of Technology to begin construction of a middle-mile broadband network to help bridge the digital divide and achieve high-speed internet for all Californians. We held 2 directors' town halls calls to engage the department's 22,000 employees. We work with local transit agencies to successfully launch the state's first ever contactless pay system called CalITP. We installed more than 130 electric vehicle chargers across the state. We opened California's first divergent diamond interchange in the Central Valley. Explored innovative measures by using 100% recycled material to pave a portion of the state highway system. We strengthened partnerships with tribal governments through Caltrans' Native American Liaison Branch with the goal of safer travel in tribal communities across the state. With the California Transportation Commission, we allocated more than $11 billion in capital funding for state and local transportation projects through California over the next 2 fiscal years. Enhanced the Active Transportation Program, a competitive statewide program to encourage increased use of active transportation modes such as walking and biking. We released the Caltrans 2020 to 2024 strategic plan, a declaration of our vision, mission, core values, and the goals to deliver a world-class transportation system. The 2021 Interregional Transportation Strategic Plan, a highway and rail improvement plan to connect different regions across California, was finalized. And the California Transportation Plan 2050, CTP 2050, the state's long-term roadmap for the future of transportation system across the state, was finalized. Whew. Was that in 3 minutes? I know, not even close, right? So it may have taken me a little bit longer than expected to get through this list, but everything on it is important and worth mentioning. And that's not even an exhaustive list by any means. But it's much like Caltrans. We focus on the quality more than we focus on the quantity of the work that we do to ensure a brighter future for everybody that lives in the state and visits the state. I can't wait to see what you get done in 2022. And it's going to be all because of you. Thanks for watching, and a great 2022 ahead to you. Thank you.